same squad. Drop top, coupe, Dodge raindrops. Big bang plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Ay, 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 ay.
I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, yeah. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. Chillin' like a boss with my feet up. Got a bag for him with a visa. Pulling up the leader. Getting out while I'm on the. She's a keeper. No play burritos. Get to the pesos with amigos. I cannot with no zeros. Don't you run out? No, I can't show you no love, baby. Yeah, I am a boss in the cut, Mayday. Bubbles and these models. It's popping, I tip her. I skip her, I give her the. Girl, you on my line right now. Yeah, I can see the signs right now. Feeling like a boss right now. Feeling like a boss right now. And you just took a loss right now. Dripping in the sauce right now. Get a sprinkle up my style. I'm about to lock down. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. I feel like a boss right now. Talk to the man right now. Oh yeah. Feel like the man right now. Your girl on my line right now. Oh yeah. Shorty all up in my me in the gray sweatpants. You never I left, yeah. Feeling like a boss, I done made it. Get so like a spaceship. I swear my life is amazing. Blowing money, no hesitation. Up, downs, no basic. I know these be hating, but that's what made me feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, yeah.
Coach from the heartland of America, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Lucas Oil Stadium here in Indianapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Indianapolis Colts. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Throw left side complete. It's Lee. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. Escapes the defender. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lee. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
There we go. Hey, got it. 54, south.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. And that'll set them back 5. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. From the shotgun, Ryan. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. First down, Prescott. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Bobby Wagner. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Prescott to throw it. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
3rd and long for Prescott. He hits White, complete. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big conversion on 3rd for the Colts. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Swing to the field, right. To the right. Here we go, 46.
Prescott now on 2nd down. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity of the ball game. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Lamar Miller with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Bailey got the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Caught by Nelson left side. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. From the gun, it's Ryan. Completes it to Lee. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Now it's Ryan. Throw left side complete. It's Nelson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Throwing again, Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hodges. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Ryan will throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Reynolds. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now Ryan on second down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. That right there, his first incompletion so far in this game, Charles. He was 9 of 9 before that.
Yeah, I think that qualifies as being locked in. And then you have to ask him the question, so what caused the incompletion? Come on, man, get back on your game. Let's go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. He finds some open field here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Hey, Tuesday, 21. Here we go.
On first down, Ryan. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a second and long to start things out. On second down, Montgomery. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup there, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Cowboys on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Ryan. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives them the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
Hey, Tuesday. 11. Let's go.
Here's Ryan. Buying time to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Last week was commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
On 2nd down, Ryan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On 3rd and goal, Ryan. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Domata Peko, the one to get him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On play action, Prescott. Quick slant, that's caught by the veteran Macklin. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there, keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Jeremy Macklin, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air again, Prescott. And he's got his man. That's Macklin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll throw again. Prescott. He completes it to Jordan Nelson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Nelson's first catch. Good for a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A first down carry now for Miller. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
A second down throw for Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Macklin, the man he was looking for.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Hey, Tuesday.
Second and 10 now. Ryan throwing the out route incomplete. It's Reynolds. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. The Cowboys on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now they'll run it on the toss. Bust through the tackle. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
What's the old adage, partner? Don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes the mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice gain.
Now Ryan on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. This one caught by Lee. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
21. Hey, express. Gun. 22.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Malik Jackson there to make the stop.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hodges. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. In for the score. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Gun. Here we go. 1-8.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, that's caught by Macklin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46.
1st down, Prescott. Forced out to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And again, it's Prescott. He's going to let this go deep. That's caught inside the 20. He takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Miller, the lone setback. Prescott yet again. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. It's a keeper with Prescott. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's third down. And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Prescott now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's first and 10. Prescott from the gun. Being chased out left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Prescott now on second down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jalen Smith not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Third and long for Prescott. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now fourth down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. This is taken at the 18. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a first and 10. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Second and 10 now from the 27. Again on second and 10, it's Ryan. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Montgomery on the counter. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Hey, wait. Ready! 125!
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, Ryan. It's caught. Nelson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards that time for number 14. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defense.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Elsewhere, second half is underway up in Orchard Park. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
21, 20, 20. Let him go.
On second down, here's Ryan. Wide open receiver complete. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
So offensively on this drive, 2 of 2 on 3rd downs, and now they face a 3rd and inches.
Tuesday. Hey, wait.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Flush to his right. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. On the crossing route, complete. It's Nelson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, a 22. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Prescott looks to throw on first. Dancing to his left. And left side here, it's Graham. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
To the air again, Prescott. Looking deep here from that. And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A gain of 32 that time. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Here's Miller. Oh, a nice spin. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Lamar Miller, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. Bailey now to kick this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And they'll run it here. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Now Ryan on 2nd down. Lee's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
3rd and 1, Ryan. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup, fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Ryan now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
20.
On 2nd down, Ryan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This is 3rd and 11.
Hey, Tuesday.
Operating from the gun. Ryan steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. And Bullock will put this one through, and they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. On play action, Prescott. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. On the left side, a catch by White. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action now, Prescott. Buying time to his left. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Second down, Prescott. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Randy Gregory in there to drop him for a loss on the play. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help them big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. To throw is Ryan. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. A first down throw for Prescott. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Left side here to Sanders. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. First down now, but that clock rolling.
In a 2-minute drill, we often talk about taking care of the football, but sometimes it's just a matter of who wants it more. How about him going up top on a 50-50 ball and taking it away for a big play?
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Lamar Miller with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year. And the Colts can now take the lead if they convert the extra point. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He's going to let it fly. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll be taken down inside Indy's 15-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. 68 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
20, 20, 20.
Again, this is Montgomery. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Go. Hey, express. 21.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And another timeout taken by the Colts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Two running plays go backwards. So what's the call on 3rd and 13 now?
Hey, express. 20.
Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So they went for the 6, didn't get it. Now the call has to be for 3.
I agree with you. I know the competitive instinct says, let's go ahead and take another shot. But you took it already. Go ahead now, get the field goal.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
One last shot now for Prescott, eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish